Hi! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Josa, your learning buddy. Welcome to our personal development class. We are all new in this new learning system. That's why we need to help one another. And it's nice that we teach and learn together. Oops. So, in our last meeting, we differentiate characteristics, habits, and experiences. We define them and discuss how we are able to strengthen each one of them. So, we also had some sharings. Before we move on to with our next topic, I want you to answer these questions. What do you say when you get bad news? What are the situations or events that you consider as bad news? What happens to your face and body when you get bad news? How do you deal with bad news at home? Mm-hmm. How did you feel answering those questions? Sometimes there are situations where our thoughts does not match with our feelings. For example, we got the result of our exam and you were the lowest. You know that you did your best and you keep on telling yourself, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But deep inside, you feel so sad. So, our topic for today, so that's why we're going to discuss thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And our content standard is the learner demonstrate an understanding of the various aspects of holistic development, physiological, cognitive, psychological, spiritual, and social development. For our performance standard, the learner shall be able to illustrate the connections between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in a person's holistic development. Our most essential learning competency is evaluate his or her own thoughts, feelings, and behavior in actual life situations. Our objectives are analyze the meaning of thoughts, feeling, and behavior, illustrate and share the connections between thoughts, feelings, and behavior, and we are going to use cognitive restructuring, shared to us by Dr. Buboy Alianan of Ateneo de Manila University, Department of Psychology. So, Dr. Buboy, thank you so much. So, for our discussion, again, our topic is thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Lesson number 4. All right. When we say thoughts, it's usually formulate a sentence. For example, I love Philo. I love Perdev. Ma'am Aloria Francisco is beautiful. Or I like swimming. It's nice. Or it's cool. Or ang astig naman yan. Grabe. So we formulate thoughts usually formulate a sentence and they are a few words or more. Thoughts are the easy, sorry for the statement, so is the easiest of the three thoughts, feelings, behaviors to report because they can be communicated exactly as they occur to you in your stream of consciousness. Sinasabi mo man o hindi mo sabihin. On the other hand, when we say feelings, feelings are usually one or two words. I feel sad. I feel happy. I feel mad. Okay? So, if you are not sure whether the word comes to your mind is feeling, try it out in a sentence like I feel blank. Does it work? So, meaning, would you answer with that sentence if someone asks you how you feel? If not, it's probably a thought. Okay? Next, feelings are usually the most accurate guide to what is going on with you as long as your thinking is accurate. But there are differences between emotions and feelings. Emotions are physical states that arise as a response to external stimuli, while feelings are mental association and reactions to emotions. That's why emotions arose before feelings and feelings caused by emotions. Because nag-start muna siya sa physical state before our mental state, before we associate it. Emotions, physical states, while in feelings, mental associations and reactions. Emotions can be observed through the physical reactions. That's why we have emojis. Kita mo yung pag-smile, pag-frown ng face, pag-sad, yung iyak niya, no? You can see it physically. While feelings can be hidden. Nandun na yung kasabihan na pwede kang mag-smile, your emotion is happy, but deep inside, you feel sad and you are broken. So that is the difference between emotion and feeling. Again, emotions sa physical state siya, while our feelings, reactions sa ating emotions or mental associations. Okay? Next. Behaviors are your actions. That means if you are using action words to describe how you feel, you are probably describing the behavior the feeling makes you want to enact. For example, event or trigger, a dog is approaching in the park. For person number one, his or her thought, the dog is going to bite me. And he feels scared, panic, and heart are racing. That's the sensation. And his or her behavior po yan ha, quickly go to the other side of the park. Kasi iniisip mo, nakakagatin ka. But for the other person number two, his or her thought, the dog is going to jump on me. And he feel like a bit worried. And that's why his or her behavior is walking past the dog cautiously. Okay? Dahan-dahan lang, no? Kasi baka biglang makita ng aso. While for person number three, his or her thought, the dog wants to play with me. And he feels so happy and calm. That's why ang kanyang behavior, pat the dog. So, see that in every event or any thing na mag-trigger sa atin, we have different thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Okay? So this is the thought, feelings, and behaviors triangle. The thoughts, feelings, and behaviors triangle, otherwise as considered as or known as the cognitive triangle, is a tool used to better visualize the relationship between emotions or feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. So how we feel affect what we think and do. Kung ano yung naiisip natin, it can affect. Okay? While for the thoughts, what we think affects how we feel and act. For behavior, what we do affects how we think and feel. Again. Thoughts. What we think affects how we feel and act. For example, if your thought, gaya ng example natin, kakagating ka ng aso, or lalaruin ka or makikipaglaro yung aso sa'yo, depende yon. So, ang actions mo might be, alis ka doon sa park or you're going to play with the dog. Depende sa iniisip mo. Okay? While for emotions, how we feel affects what we think and do. If we, for example, feel sad, may tendency tayo that we don't do activity. We tend to be alone and just do nothing because that's your feelings. Okay? But for behavior, what we do affects how we think and feel. For example, when you do exercise, like for 7 minutes, you feel fresh, you feel your body, yung heat ng body mo, and you feel happy. Okay? Eh, Ma'am Josa, anong sinasabi niyan ng example na yan, no? Nasabi niyan that we can change our thoughts to manage our emotions and behavior. We can change our feelings or reactions sa isang bagay so that we can have a good or clear thoughts and proper behavior. We can also change our behavior so that we can feel better. Okay? Specific example. For example, pangit ang pagtingin mo sa isang tao, ay hindi yan friendly. Kaya ang tendency galit ka or you behave na like antisocial, no? So paano gagawin natin? You need to change your thoughts. Baka pwede ko naman siyang makilala. Baka naman may pagkakapareho kami kahit papaano. Okay? And then you can feel na, I feel better towards that person na pwede pala kaming maging magkaibigan. And you behave, you find ways na maging friends kayo because you change your thoughts. Okay? Your mindsets actually. Okay? For example naman sa emotions, if we're going to change our actually the feelings no or yung reaction natin sa isang bagay. For example, your thought is ang hirap ng statistics. But yung reaction mo or yung feeling mo or yung mental association mo, binago mo like kahit mahirap yung math, I will feel challenged. I will take this as opportunity to grow and to discover more about stat. Okay? And then you also mag-follow yung behavior natin doon that we do some actions na mag-aaral tayo, mag-effort tayo, etc. Okay? For behavior, for example, ang thought mo ay, baka galit si mama. Mukhang galit si mama. And you feel scared. So, ang ginawa mo, binago mo yung action mo. So, naglinis ka ng bahay, naglaba ka, nagbehave ka ng maayos, or pinakita mo na you're doing your homeworks. So, somehow, you feel better. Okay? So, yun po yung cognitive triangle. So, let's have this activity shared to me by kay Dr. Buboy Alianan from Ateneo de Manila Department of Psychology. Thank you, Doc. So it's cognitive restructuring. We're going deeper into one's self-belief and doubts because negative feelings often trigger self-doubts, and doubts can turn into belief system. So I want you to think of an event that hurt your feelings. Write down what happened, your views as a result of that incident, evidence that supports and does not support. And after the criticism, I want you to write down your new perspective and feelings. So here's the table. I want you to write the activating event or the trigger, pangyayari. At yung pangyayari na yon, what's your belief or thoughts o yung naging paniniwala mo? Ano yung naramdaman mo dun sa paniniwala na yon? And you need to criticize it. So you write the dispute. Ano yung katibayang sumusuporta dun sa pangyayari? Ano yung katibayang, let me use my pen. Okay, ano yung katibayang hindi sumusuporta sa pangyayari? For example, ang event is sinin lang ng friend mo yung post mo or yung message mo. And you believe that tinatakasan ka niya or wala na siyang time para sa'yo. And you feel sad. Okay? When you're going to criticize that self-belief and your feelings, I want you to write katibayang sumusuporta. For example, gaano kadalas akong sinisin? Palagi ba? Or once lang naman because like she's busy or he's busy? Katibayang hindi sumusuporta, ay hindi, hindi naman niya ako madalas isin. Or may tendency lang na mag-sin siya. So that's the evidence that the event meron siyang negative and positive and negative side. All right? Given those evidences, I want you to write bagong pananaw. Okay. I realized based on my evidence that yung pagsisin niya hindi naman frequent and may reason naman. Okay? So, kung yung paniniwala ko nung una ay hindi ako love ng friend ko or wala siyang time sa akin, love ako ng friend ko, busy lang talaga siya. That's the bagong pananaw. And given that bagong pananaw, I want you to write your feelings or changes in your feelings. Okay? So we call this activity cognitive restructuring. We check our thoughts. We want to analyze our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Kung tama ba yung nararamdaman natin. I want you to become more proactive than reactive. Okay na, for example, sinabi lang ni Bogart kay Burton, ang pangit mo. Tapos ikaw naman, siya nga bungal eh. So, galit ka kagad, no? Hindi mo na manage well your thoughts, your feelings, and behavior. So for our valuing application and generalization part, I want you to answer these questions. How are thoughts, feelings, and behavior related? And how can you manage your thoughts, feelings, and behavior? For our additional activity, I want you to write another event that hurt your feelings. Write down what happened, your views as a result of that incident, evidence that supports and does not support. And after the criticism, you write down your new perspectives or your new feelings. So thank you so Ayan. Here's the table. So thank you so much for your time. God bless.